Let's keep the conversation going with Amanda Rose, the founder of Small Business Women Australia, and Joe Hildebrand, who's on the late debate tonight, co-hosting that at 10 o'clock. You read him in the telly, you listen to him on the radio. He is everywhere.
I know, I'm sorry
Amanda
about that.
and Joe, we've got to talk about Lydia. We've got to talk about Lydia Thorpe. She's everywhere as well, of course. Now, her latest rant today has come on the back of something horrific. There's a video posted here. We'll show you a bit of it. Some horrible neo-Nazi type has posted a video burning an Aboriginal flag, apparently, and making horrible, threatening overtures to Lydia Thorpe, among other things. But at a press conference to talk about this and other matters, Lydia Thorpe went on one of her usual tirades. Remember, she's a prominent no campaigner, and here's some of what she had to say today.
The referendum is an act of genocide against my people, and the Prime Minister knows exactly what he's doing. He wants the fascists to come out and get me. I can't rely on Victoria Police after they kill my people. So where is my support? Off you. You are about to see an angry black woman, because I am not hiding this time. I'm not waiting 2 years for the latest fascist violence to come at me. I've hired my own black army. You're going to hear from me, and you are going to see me, and I won't stop. And I'm not scared. So come at me.
Joe Hildebrand, what do we do about the independent Senator for Victoria, Lydia Thorpe?
How do you solve a problem like Lydia? I think the... I mean, at times I see things like that and I actually hold sort of fears for her mental well-being. But, I mean, I suppose what is so disturbing about that is that you have an actual neo-Nazi who is an actual fascist who has done actual horrible things and made absolutely appalling threats. And you know, that person, I mean, frankly, we don't have capital punishment in this country, but the world would be a better place if that person didn't exist. But, you know, again, to all the people who see racism everywhere, that's what racism looks like. To all the people who see fascism everywhere, that's what a fascist looks like. And it just seems passing strange that you would go from this genuine atrocity that's been committed against Lydia Thorpe to her saying, oh no, the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is a fascist, or that that the referendum is an act of genocide. I mean, it's just insane. It is literally just unhinged, and it does a huge disservice to the actual injustices that have been committed on Indigenous people in the past, or the conditions that they live in right now. And again, it just, you know, I suppose it gives you an insight into those figures on the extreme radical left who think that everyone who disagrees with them is a fascist, even after they've had an actual fascist come after them, and you'd think they should know what one looks like.
Yeah, it's shocking stuff, Amanda. And like Joe, I mean, the thing that sort of tempers my reaction to Lydia Thorpe today is that it was provoked by such a horrible message, such a threatening, ugly message. So, of course, she's going to react. But the way she lashes out at everybody, it is unhinged, swearing at passers-by there. I mean, and she has power. People talk about the voice. The voice, it doesn't get a vote in Parliament. The voice will only be advisory. Lydia Thorpe has a crucial vote in our Senate now, and yet she seems to be completely unhinged.
Look, I like Lydia. I think she's extremely brave. And you've got to understand that she quit the Greens because they all of a sudden did a backflip on what they stood for. And she said, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to go and stand for my people. And she hasn't changed. Now, a lot of people like to label people like Lydia unhinged because they don't like what she has to say. And yes, she might deliver it in a particular way that you don't like. Yep. But I know that a lot of politicians behind the scenes speak the same. So the thing is that she needs protection. She has been threatened and she's not getting the protection she needs. If this was a politician that people liked, she would most definitely get that protection. So we need to treat them all equally. But I also think she knows a lot more than she's allowed to say or that people are willing to share. So I think give her the benefit of the doubt.
I don't know. I don't know that there's a filter there. I don't know that she's holding back Lydia Thorpe. I think she's just got to respect the people who voted for her and show a little bit of decorum.
Maybe she is, but maybe she is doing just that. Maybe she's doing just that because she's standing for what she stands for.
We will see. I don't know what she stands for. I think she should explain that a little more clearly. Hey, Joe, I want to let you have a bit of a go at Qantas here. And now the latest revelations, they had to stuff up with their freight system, and there's all sorts of things, including human corpses, dead people, sort of left waiting around on tarmacs while they sorted out a manual way of working out their freight system.
Yeah, it is just extraordinary. And I think that the story here is that this would be a terribly unpleasant, horrific for the families of those deceased story on its own, but I don't think it would necessarily be as toxic for Qantas as it clearly is today. And I think there really is a salutary lesson there, again, that if you think that you can just cut a few corners here, breach a little bit of public faith and trust there, and still come out with your sort of your reputation shining, and then just go back to the way things were, I think it's almost like an Aesop's fable kind of lesson here. That you do that little bit of thing. Oh, that's all right. We'll just get rid of a few tickets for flights that don't exist, and then we'll just put them on something else, and it'll all be fine. Once you get busted doing that, people are going to say, well, hang on a minute, what else is going on? And so for the foreseeable future, Qantas is going to have every single snafu, be it deliberate, be it accidental, be it their fault or someone else's, going to have that plastered all over the media every time. It's going to go straight back to the sort of reputational value of the company. And that is something that they have brought on themselves. So yeah, I think it is a real lesson to all institutions, corporations, governments, whatever. You know, if you try to trick people once on the small stuff, then they are going to come back to you again and again until it becomes very, very big stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Now, we're nearly out of time, but I just want to mention the latest rumour, the latest gossip, the latest reporting about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is that Meghan might be writing a memoir. I mean, she's achieved so much in her life. Why not? A quick response from each of you. Will you be reading a Meghan Markle memoir? Amanda?
Absolutely not. No way. I wouldn't use it as kindling.
Not on your list? No. Not on your list, Joe, after you finish reading Spare?
Oh, look, no, I think I'll probably read it. I mean, the best part is that it'll only take you about 30 seconds because it will just go chapter 1, got a job on Suits, chapter 2, married a prince. The end.
Chapter 3, filed this 3-page memoir. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Joe, you'll be back at 10 o'clock with the late debate. Thanks for joining us again, Amanda Rose.